There's two short stories for you this afternoon, and essentially they're based on true life experiences. Everybody you see appearing on stage today has had some experience of homelessness.
So what's got to do with you?
Well, it's my mate.
Well, we better back off and
What are we doing? Can you put that down, please?
Was there anything else that Andy could have done differently? Any services that he might have been able to go to that meant that he didn't end up on the street at the end of his story?
What are you going to do?
As you watch the story, just ask yourself, what would you have done in this situation?
Problem, because you're the one sanctioning me.
Cardboard Citizens is doing a series of forum theatre residency projects across the country, bringing together residents, clients and staff from housing and homeless organisations. In Manchester, we work with the St Vincent's Housing Association, who brought together the homeless young people and staff from Manchester and Blackburn Foyers. Foyers are integrated accommodation and learning centres for young homeless people. We also invited 3 theatre practitioners from Manchester Royal Exchange Open Exchange Network to shadow the project, get to know the group and learn about our method of working. You're going to keep developing your stories.
Get your mum in?
No.
Get your dad?
No.
I'm sure they're just as concerned as I am about what's going on.
Yeah, right. You really think that's going to make me improve my behaviour?
It's a fantastic way of getting people involved. It brings out all kinds of talents that people didn't know they had. It opens doors for them, it gives them opportunities.
Have you seen it? He's nothing.
They've had lots of not so good experiences in their lives, and they may suffer with low self-esteem and lack of confidence. And what they've been able to do through this project is explore their feelings and explore their experiences. I think that will be a life-changing experience for them in the long term.
Okay, very quickly, where in the story would you have intervened as Liam? Give me some places which stand out for you. Don't need to offer counselling. Don't, that's for the audience. The aim of each project is to provide an opportunity for the young people to share their stories and identify some of the barriers that are stopping them from either moving on into independent living, to entering work, or entering further education. Why did you think getting a house was easy?
Everything just takes weeks. It's not done straight away.
Once we've got your 2 referrals, we'll get back in touch with you in 3 to 5 working days for an interview.
All he's hearing is referrals, 3 to 4 weeks. Can't help you.
So we can't do anything today, but
what's happening with this project is just truly I can't stop thinking about it. I'm going to bed, sleep, dreaming about it, waking up thinking about it. And when you look at these kids, they're enjoying it and they're developing, they're learning things like empathy, confidence, how to talk to each other, how to have a presence in a room. Those really important things.
On this course, I've had to interact with complete strangers that I've never met before, and I felt completely comfortable talking to them, and friendships have actually come out of this. So I'm really glad about that.
There's one thing you know about that he doesn't.
It also helps people, for people who are anxious, they may be able to conquer that anxiety. It'll give them a confidence boost, it'll make them feel a lot better about themselves, and it'll help them take their mind off everything.
Because, if I was in this situation and I did that, I'd probably end up instigating a fight.
I had a relationship breakdown. Stuff went on and I ended up homeless. The part of the performance that stood out the most was the laundry room, because that was a way to channel my anger, because I have a very bad anger problem. So it was losing it in a controlled environment, which kind of stood out the most.
Right, and just leave. Hey, that's it.
It can get people, especially young people, it can get them out of their shells. It can show you the true person underneath. Through theatre, you can actually, channel what you feel inside. So yeah, it's very useful.
It's about having presence on stage. It's about being able to control. But once I sit down, I no longer have control.
I'm getting quite a lot, socialising with other people, confidence in myself, and all the different skills that come with it, like timekeeping. I think it is very important, and as well to shine light on kind of how to go about it and how not to go about it that can make things worse or better.
You're 20 minutes late, you reek of alcohol. And
I do not
reek.
Being in the project's enabled me to learn new skills, and it enabled me to think that I can actually do stuff if I put my mind to it, and that the only thing that was stopping me was me from getting up in front of that audience and doing that performance.
I liked it when you stood up to him. That was really good.
I ended up in Foyers because my mum kicked me out. My mum were an alcoholic, so I had to put up with that. I used to get a couple of beatings now and again, so I can relate to that. I was worried because I've never done acting before, so I was worried about that. But when I started, it was fun because everyone was just so laid back and supported everyone.
Before Cardboard Citizens, I wasn't really doing that much. I'm on job seekers allowance, trying to find work, same as everybody else. Yeah. The character Liam was stopped on his friend's sofa, and I've been in the same situation where I've had to sofa surf for a little while, you know what I mean? And because you've got no way of bringing money in and that sort of way, things get tensioned and the atmosphere gets horrible, and then you end up getting kicked out because you can't stay here for that long. You know what I mean? So that was one scene that definitely related to me.
The projects can be accredited with the Pearl qualification, which looks at social skills, communication, employability and reflective learning.
We've got certificates to give out to all the individuals.
Having the Pearl qualification, I think, will definitely improve my chances in finding employment in the career I want to do, which is acting, TV, film, anything like that. And having that qualification definitely gives me the upper hand.
Employers look for the people that have gone and done the extra mile and have the skills to communicate with other people. And I think getting that qualification has really helped.
The performance provides an opportunity to share the issues and stories with a wider audience, raising the awareness about the issues young people face and discussing as a community the potential solutions.
Where in the story was it possible for Liam to have done something different to get a better outcome? Word of warning, the actors are going to come back at you as they think their characters would on a bad day. And they're not going to make it easy for you, just like real life, but you can win with your idea. Let's just see what's different about this.
It's one thing watching a play and watching someone tell you their opinion on things, but getting you to think about how you would react, you take that home with you because you're thinking about the scenarios, you're putting yourself in those situations.
Where else in our story do you think it's possible that Liam could have done something different?
It's very positive. You get to look at all the options in a calm, peaceful, reactful way, but also you've got that release of anger, release of energy. You can use that through acting.
Who are you on stop from up here? Yeah, come on down.
I actually wanted to bring...
The more it went on, the more people wanted to get involved with providing a solution. Now that's a good thing, because if we're all more aware, we're perhaps more able to offer some help or understand the problems.
I need to know what happens next. What can I do to appeal against this?
It was really good for other people, the services that were invited to see what we see and how situations can develop where young people can end up potentially being homeless, street homeless.
It's very thought-provoking and challenges you really, and if you can get the right audience in as well, really the right audience, and get them to actually see what happens with these people on the ground, I think you could do amazing things with this.
I just feel proud of myself for taking part, and I just enjoyed the experience.
Oh, I feel smashing, do you know what I mean? I knew there was performing arts, but it's a new eye-opener for different theatre, do you know what I mean? I'd never ever heard of foreign theatre before I took this course, and obviously every single day I've learned something new from it.
I'm feeling like I really want to do it again. I was so nervous at the beginning, but once I met everyone and we all started doing it, it was the best experience ever. I'll go back and do it again in a heartbeat.
This is a qualification recognised by employers when you go to job interviews.
This says you are ready and fit for work.
Before I started, it was just, I didn't know what I wanted to do, do you know what I mean? And that's why it's helped me. That's why it's helped my anxiety, my depression, because it's given me a better outlook on life completely. You don't just get cured from depression and anxiety. Obviously, I still have it, but I mean, it's a lot milder than it was back then, because you learn not to care about what people think of you.
The Forum Theatre helped me get out the negative energies that I had, such as anger. Anger was a big one. Massive problem in my life. As it progressed, I realised what it was about, and I realised how much it was helping me, because it did help me to deal with certain situations like homelessness.
Doing this theatre work with Cardboard Citizens, that's something that I never would have done, and it's given me the confidence to go out and mix with other people, meeting new people, socialising in places that I never would. I'm just a totally different person.
In a way, I find it was good for me, because I used to hide my problems and just forget about them. But doing it enabled me to open up about my problems and see where things had gone wrong in the past, and just accept what had happened and be like, I need to move on and be a more happy self.
Martins or soon then. How we got Natasha Green?
It's real life stories, real things that are actually happening in this day and age to people, to young people, and it lets other people understand it as well.
Even if you have it rock bottom, you can turn it around, you come straight back up, and that's what we showed that audience in that performance. As bleak as it was, people did come, and people from the audience joined in.
Distinction.
Distinction, man. 6 credits.
I'm joining the fire service, the Lancashire Fire and Rescue Service.
In the past, I would have never thought of being a teacher. I just didn't have the confidence to do it. And now I've got this newfound confidence.
I've applied what I've learned from there to everything else I do, you know what I mean? Prince's Trust being one, employment being another. It's not just that it's helped me as myself, it's made me grow as a person.
Well, at the moment I've just started a course with the Open University, studying to become a personal trainer. You could see everybody change.
A lot of people would find Forum Theatre a really good way of surfacing emotions.
It's been an amazing experience, and it's one that I wouldn't have done. I'm glad I had the opportunity to do it, and I'm glad that I did it. And I think that they should do it for more people.
No, it was a really good experience, and I recommend it to anyone. Even if you're not thinking about doing it, definitely do it. It changes you a lot.
The Cardboard Citizens does exist, and to get yourself involved, because you know what I mean, if it can make me feel the way I do with the problems I have, then I'm sure it can work with other people as well.